Wow. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is your girl, Miss Bev, with yet another video. Took a couple of days off, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to manage this channel. So much is going on. I'm telling you guys, the devil is a liar. It is just interesting, you know. It is just quite interesting, and it gave me a lot of reflection time. But I'm here. So instead of going every evening doing a reflection, I'm just going to make them maybe twice a week or so that it gives you guys time to watch them. I think that every day, every time you look, you see something more coming up. You have to spend time to watch. Those of you who are commenting, you know, by the time you comment, there's another video that, you know. And so I said, let me give you guys time to watch a video, comment on the video, breathe, watch somebody else. Because when you're on YouTube, it's like you're committed to so many, because you subscribe and everything is coming, and you want to watch other things, and you want to give your thought on other things, which is just fair. And so I said, let me ease up on this every day dropping a video, every day dropping a video. One of the first things that I want to just reflect on, I like oh, here's my thing. I like something that I saw in the paper, in the Jamaican paper, where we have JPS, who is, you know, they're recruiting people who can come in for apprenticeship. Like they're going to colleges and they're offering these opportunities to people. My thing, you know, as an educator, I know what it's like if when you go out there to look for work, you're prepared for these jobs. So many times we go to colleges and we're focusing on stuff, and we pay all this money for things that we'll never use. And that's one of the things that I never liked about these educational institutions, which are there to make the big bucks. They are not encouraging people to just focus. If you're going in for a degree that has to do with certain things, then kids should not be conned into thinking they have to do psychology, they have to do this, they have to do all these extra credits, instead of having these children just do what they need in the field that they're going to be working in, so that they can go out there and be successful. You know. So I am grateful for when I saw that piece about JPS reaching out to these colleges and having talks with children who are majoring in math and different in that area, that where their learning will be beneficial in the sector in which they are looking for work. I am thankful for that. A lot of deaths in the news, a lot of, as usual, a lot of deaths, you know. Um, what are you gonna do? I like the Gleaner. Today's March 13th. And again, we know that deportation is going on. Um, um, 3 parishes, I don't know, update. Several have been made during fallen JDF Solar honored in solemn repatriation ceremony. This young soldier was studying in America and died, and they brought her home. So may her soul rest peacefully. Condolences to the parents and friends of this young soldier. Um, Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas um, says that the Jamaica Defense Force on Wednesday welcomed home the body of Chief Petty Officer Diana Drummond Thomas, who reportedly collapsed and died while on special training in the United States. I know that cannot be a good feeling for the parents, to have their child went away for training, and then they're getting a dead body back. But, we forge relationship with Christ, and so it can help us through these times that happens in our lives. We don't plan for them. We don't go to the shop and buy them, but they happen. And when they happen, we hope that we can find a space in our heart, in ourselves, to deal with it. These tariffs that are being threatened, one of the things you have Trinidad, I think Barbados, and 3 Caribbean islands, St. Vincent, who stood up to the President of the United States and made it clear that they will stick with Cuba to use their doctors and their nurses. They didn't care about their visas being revoked. They didn't care. They were sticking to Cuba. Because that was the threat made, that their visas, all of their visas in the Caribbean, they would revoke them if they continue to take doctors and nurses from Cuba. So they stood up and made it clear that they didn't care about the visas. They were standing firm with what was going on. More fatal shooting. I don't know what you think about surrogate parenting. Like, people who cannot have children would carry the baby for the people who wants the kid, and they would pay a price for it. And in my heart, though, I wondered, a lot of times, I don't know. It comes that time when you wonder if it always says, can people really love children that they did not nurture in their body? Can they love them as much? I don't know. What do you think? To have somebody else carry a child for you, and then you said it's yours, and the other person was the one who nurtured it from day one, and then it's handed to you. Is it the same feeling? I don't know. What do you think? That's something, when I saw this, it kept going on in my head. A surrogate parent. A surrogate parent. I don't know. And then basically, let me tell you what I was reflecting on the most. I think they're creating a program now to help leaders navigate grief in the workplace. that is necessary. And one of the problems that Jamaica has, because there are no repercussions for bad behavior from some of these leaders, principals, whoever, is that they do such vindictive and ugly things in their space. They become, you cannot be a leader and have favorites. A leader has to be open, and they have to be transparent, they have to be reasonable, and equity is necessary among everyone. You cannot be partial at all. But you have some of these people who they get into the workplace, and instead of them become working together to create the work environment that is wholesome for children and the parents, it becomes so personal and so bitter. If you notice, I took down the GoFundMe thing. You're not going to see that, because going through that, just that same thing. And I look and I said, who holds them accountable? Who holds them accountable? Jamaica has this thing where they become too buddy-buddy with these people who are in charge. The education officers come in and they're not serious. They're just licky, and we have chairpersons who are the same way. They are not dignified people who are holding people accountable, or who are standing up and say, no, our schools are not our personal property. It belongs to the parents. It belongs to the children. It belongs to parents, because if parents decide not to send their kids, then we don't have a school. But instead, people just sit down and make it seem like the school is their property and we're going to run it how we want to run it. It is just so sad. So last night I was up just reflecting, and you want to walk away. And then you talk to your kids and they're saying, the children are the one you need to focus on. The children are the one you need to focus on. The children are the ones who need the support. And as I said, I remembered when I got my scholarship and Granny couldn't afford it. And these are the reasons that drive me to wanting to help. I'm not a person who like to have people beg me things. I don't like people begging. If I see a need, I'm going to jump to it and I'm going to get it done. And so this is why I wanted so badly. And last night when my hairdresser reached out and to go contribute to the GoFundMe page, and when she sent me the thing, she said, this is what's there, it's no longer there. I said, yeah, I deleted it because the conflicts at the school is ridiculous. The video was shown with the teacher helping me to unpack the things, and she knows the school, and when I reached out to the principal and asked for support, for information, she just dragged her feet. She just never responded. When she did respond is when I would reach out and say, I am just not understanding this. I ask you for this, I ask you for it, I'm asking. She said, oh, I have so much to do. And I'm like, when we sat down in May, I was down here. And I drove up to the school. And she said what they need is resources. They have no resources. So, all right. I came home, 3 barrels. We packed bags of stuff and we brought it up. I just have to reflect on it, guys. And, today I'm over it. I'm wearing pink in solidarity. I'm over it. But I'm just saying, we brought the stuff, and I was expecting that when we brought it, she would have shown an interest and opened it up, sort things out, that we kind of say, well, these are, this the teachers, make sure the teachers get. I carried so many markers, so many dry erase markers, so many permanent markers. And I'm saying if there are 6 teachers in the school, probably 7, I don't know, 7, because 1 teacher teaches 2 grades. And you got so much stuff. Every teacher should have gotten even 10 markers. They should have had a handful of pencils, 100 pencils each. so that they could, just replenish when the kids needed it. Kids shouldn't have to buy a pencil. I don't bring things for people to sell. What I bring is for the children who are struggling, rural area kids who are struggling. And so when I'm reaching out, I say, we need to do this, I'm trying to get this done. Instead of being on board, I say, get me the name so we can do the vouchers. Crickets. I had to reach out to the same teacher you see in the video and ask her, and quick. She rounded up the things that were needed, and I was able to get the names for the vouchers. So there should be no problems, guys. It's just ridiculous that in this time that people need support and you have people standing in the path of young children's blessings. There should be no conflicts. There should be thank you for being there to represent us. Because I did reach out and told her I will need help to pick up the things at the shipping company and to sort things out. And I never heard from her again. She never responded and said, yes, I'll make it available. She never responded. When I reached out about the vouchers, first thing she was trying to say, when I told her how much we collected, first thing she said was, what? Oh, we have a project that her and her friend were doing for the shut-ins. I said, I'm not for shut-ins right now. I'm dealing with the kids. And so I don't know if that was a problem. That became a problem. But boy, guys, just pray us up. Pray up the children in these rural areas in Jamaica where people, I don't know if they're not, if they don't, well, you can't give what you don't have. But how are you going to have it? How are you going to get it? You have to learn. You have to observe to see how true leaders lead without vindictiveness, without partiality, that they lead with love and patience and humbleness. It's not about them. They're not puffed up and trying to, but they're calm, they're good listeners, and they're understanding. A lot of us become like we're teachers, and then we get a little title. We're not in a full title yet, but we get a little, and then all of a sudden we forget how it was when we were in the classroom teaching. We can't do that, people. Humble ourselves. Let's just humble. Treat people with respect and kindness, and that will work out. I have to reflect on that today, because I'm sure it's not only happening in one school or two schools, but a lot of these schools in Jamaica. That's the norm, where they buddy with a few, they have the cliques. Cliques only tear down, they never build up. So that's one of the things that we have to understand. That if you're in a school system where people are in their little groups, they're in a little group there, and people, it's never going to work. You want to create that atmosphere where people feel good to come every single day. And you're going to see how it changes. Less stress for you. You're going to go home feeling better because people are happy to work hard and to make things work for the good of everyone. So my final reflection for today is paying the water bill. I went in to pay my water bill. Wasn't much, 3,000. Well, it went up because it was 2,000 something last month. But I went in and I paid to pay the water bill. And this time I decided to. I said, let me pay it in US currency. And my God, I was shocked when it showed me what the rate was that they were paying to, that the bank was paying for $1 as it relates to the water bill. Mind you, US dollar is for $1 in Jamaica, it's 157 Jamaican dollars. And when I tried to pay the bill and I chose US currency, because my card, of course, is US, I see that they're giving $137 for $1. $137. $20 less. I don't care. Might look like $20, but it adds up. My people, listen to me. Those of you returning residents, just stay focused, because you're paying the bill and you say you're paying it, you're paying it in US currency. I felt like, why did I even go there? Why didn't I just pay the darn thing in Jamaican currency and leave it alone? I was so disappointed. And it's the same thing in the bank, in National Commercial Bank. You go in there with US currency, you give them $50 and you tell them, and then one of the teller, we kinda, they're only paying 130 something for one. You better go to the Chinese supermarket, you get more. And you'd be like, what the heck? So these Chinese people always use their cunning, right? They always use common sense. They're common sense smart. Remember Confucius? From over there in Asia. And so common sense tells you you're going to need goods and services from abroad. So I need to collect as much US currency as possible. How are you going to collect it? Don't you pay more for it so people would want to come to you to give it to you? But the bank, when they collect it, when they sell it back to you, you want to barf. You are literally like, whoa. So there's no win-win, guys. There's never a win-win. It's always a catch-22. And I thought about that thing, and I'm laying there, $137. Over $20 less on each dollar. My God. So this is the world we live in, guys. You know, a donkey them says the world no round, no level. For whatever reason they had to say it, it's just what it is. You can't win. For people who have to sit and counting the pennies and, you know, it is so harsh when you think of it and you're looking like, what happens to the person who gets a little bit of money and this is what it is? Not everybody who comes to Jamaica come out with multi-million dollars to spend. What about those people who doesn't have enough, who doesn't have a choice, who doesn't have anything else? But that's all they have. And this saga just continue on and on and on and on. The rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. Prophesied years and years and years ago. Not just today or yesterday or last year. A long time ago. The rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. And you know the sad thing? It's like sometimes it gets to the point where people really can't do a darn thing about it. You take it or you leave it. There's no middle. There's nothing in the middle. You take it or you leave it. So you tell me in the comments, guys, what you think of 138 compared to 157. Not even 147. Not even 140. 145. 137 for $1 US from the bank when you're paying your bill, if you choose to pay it with US currency. You go figure it out. I sit here trying to figure it out. I sat here like, I paid the bill that night and I'm like, what the heck? But guys, listen, this world we're living in, Satan is out and is seeking whom can devour, and him no time is running out against him, and him just in the hearts of mankind, and he makes them greedier, he makes them more wicked, he makes them more evil, he makes them more jealous, he makes them more just That's what Satan is out there doing. So I'm just saying to you, if you can be good, be careful, but walk good. Do good and live good. It's a nicer thing when we treat people the way we want people to treat us. Right? Let's not call for rain. When rain comes, then we start complaining about the mud. Let us treat people well. Just treat people well. It's easier. And when we treat people badly, and then it's all about us, and then when we look and the place get money off and deal with it, then we're complaining. No, man, no. When you ask for what we're going to get, and when we get it, we just have to deal with it. That is it. Make it a great day by choice, my people. Let's make it a great day. Thanks for the new subscribers. Thank you for you, my old buddies. Thank you so much. And in the comments, I also want you to tell me, what should I do? Should I still just collect the funds from the people who will send it to my Zelle? Because I do have a Zelle account. I have a CashApp account. I did the GoFundMe because I wanted a story, a connection to. But I took it down, I deleted it. And if you want to, my partner trending in the Philippines was trying to, so I told her, she said, Miss Ma'am, you could still do it and just use your Zelle. And at first I said no, but if anybody wants to, because, I'm doing it, but I'm not happy to do it to deprive the kids of the support, because I'm not doing it for the principal. I'm doing it for the kids. I'm not even doing it for the teachers. I really was trying to do it for the children who will need the support. It's just an ugly turn when somebody calls you to tell you, texts you to tell you, could you take down the video with me in it? And I'm saying, what is the problem? You were helping to put things together for your school. So what is the problem? Of course, it was a huge problem. Huge problem. And so I said, Lord, have mercy. That's all I can say. May God have mercy upon the school and the hill. May people turn to Christ. And if you say you're a Christian, then may you shine your light so others can see your good works and glorify God. That's what it is. When we say we're going to church, our life should be such that people want to come to enjoy what we have. We shouldn't be pushing people away. I keep saying it about Seventh-day Adventists, that we push more people away than we bring people in. Because we are vinegar, We're not nice and sweet and encouraging to have people come. We're always doing these things to make people look at us and say, upon them. Cut it out, guys. We're better than that. Let's catch more flies with the honey. And stop putting on vinegar, think you're going to get nothing. Not going to get nothing. You drive people away, far away. So we just pray for them on the hill. And if you think I should continue, should do it, because my hairdresser wanted to give, my son, my daughter, my sister, my brother. That's 5 kids already. We have Lady G, who donated. We had another person donated $50, and I put it on there, and we had Trending who donated. So we had collected $80, and my soft voice is saying, don't deprive those people. So my brother is given 100, my sister 100, and one daughter 100, and my son. That's 4 kids already, plus the 80 we have. They haven't given it yet, because we have some time. She said by the end of May we should have everything ready, and by the scores come out in June, we should identify the kids and ready to go to the bookstore to pay the money for the kids. Nobody should be getting cash. Everybody will get, and the money will go to what it needs to go to. So we'll see how it works. If it's just me and my family, fine. If it's just me, my family, the hairdresser, Lady G, trending, then so be it. But I'm just gonna make it be out there because it's really something I want to do as a former educator. I like to make sure that kids have what they need to help them better themselves. If they're trying hard, we encourage, we push, give them a little push because a little push goes a long way. So that's how the thing goes. This is your girl, Miss Bev, signing off. Again, if you can't be good, be careful. But remember, treat each other the way we want to be treated because we never know